Down and 6 for the Pumas.
Let's go, T. They're going to throw it on you.
St. Joseph's recovers a fumble. They're in Wayne State territory trying to see if they can get on the scoreboard quick in the second half. Jordy back, fakes a handoff, looks left, has some time. He decides to run it himself, picks up some yardage before he's tackled, and he is past that first down marker, a gain of 8 yards.
Very good play by Dave that time. As we take a look at him limping, I'm taking a look at him hesitating right now. This is a young man that they can't afford to lose right here.
Not at all. That offense really revolves around Jordy for St. Joseph. Al Dimps comes into the lineup for St. Joe's. Looks like he brought a play with him. They break out of the huddle.
They come with the I formation. I'm sorry, Clifford.
Nope, Williams wide right, Scheid wide left. Jordy over center. And off 2 Dimps, he called his own play. Gets a couple of yards before Tom. You wonder if
that's a nice way to come into the game. Well, I'll tell him right now, the up back right there, the fullback or what you want to call him in whatever offense you're running, is he offset to the left-hand side, giving the power to the left-hand side, and he just followed that block. Not much blocking there, though, once again at the point of attack.
That was a pickup of only a couple of yards. It'll be 2nd and 8, but they are inside the 20 here early in the second half. Wayne State leading 14-3 over St. Joseph's.
Jordy blitz.
Jordy saw the blitz coming. He just let the ball go to Eastwood. It was incomplete. Eastwood and Tony Hawk bumped heads, and Tony Hawk ended up on his rear end, but they both get up talking.
Yeah. Tony Hawk really laces into people. That's what he likes to do best. Marty Maroy comes up in a blitz, and watch this. He's just going to protect himself, Eastwood. That's a big guy to handle on there. Tony Hawk isn't afraid of anybody, though, I'll tell you that.
Another sophomore. St. Joe's is only 2 of 7 on 3rd down conversions. They're 3rd and 8 right now. As Jordy rolls right, he's looking downfield, and again, he's no good. He tried to get it into Williams, but it was short. Tony Hawk on the coverage.
Jordy has Williams that time open right there. Didn't square up his shoulders to throw that football that time. Running to his right, should have had really an easy throw here. Once again, he has nobody in his face, as you can see. Doesn't take his time. And as you can see, has his head flaring to the left right there, trying to get some mustard on the football. He should have pulled up and threw the ball.
There's 4th down. They're going to try to go for it.
That's funny, they're not going for the field goal right now.
They want to try to get on the scoreboard in this second half and try to change the momentum.
Well, if you don't come out with any points on this particular play, you got trouble.
Jordy rolls right. He gets it. Lets it fly, and it is caught. Complete to Williams inside the 5-yard line, and that's going to be 1st and goal for St. Joseph's. A pickup of 13 yards on the play.
And this is the place really they don't want to be, as funny as it may seem, folks. This is where they have problems. Here, once again, they lose containment and let Jordy get out of containment. Williams is all by himself, makes the nice catch, and ends up on the 5-yard line. Got to keep him inside containment.
That's what Van Gorder, the coach, said coming out of the second half. He told Stanley Edwards, we've got to stop this guy from rolling out.
Oh, this could be play action to Williams.
1st and goal for St. Joseph's. Fakes the handoff quickly, keeps it himself on the option, and he gets nowhere.
They just don't have any. It's amazing that this offensive line just can't kick it out at all, Clifford, to sustain any, I mean, even to grab, to hold, to do anything down on this goal line. When you have an offensive line that can't give you 2-3 yards, what can you do with a playbook? The playbook becomes very limited then.
You wonder about their confidence. We mentioned last week they had a game. They were 1st and goal on the 1, couldn't score. Earlier in this game, they were 1st and goal on the 2 of Wayne State. Had to settle for a field goal. Here's a pass from Jordy, attempted to Williams, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and goal, so Boy, the Pumas really having trouble getting in the end zone from in close.
That went through Weems' hand, went through Zano's hands, went through everybody's. The official almost had a shot at that. He rolled right that time, threw across his body. Very dangerous throw that time also.
Almost intercepted by Rob Zeno.
Once again, a sophomore mistake right now. You certainly don't want to throw the ball into a congested area where it might be picked off.
So we'll have it 3rd and goal now. Ball is at the Tartar 5-yard line.
You know, it's funny, an offensive scheme like this, no draws, no screens.
Jordy looks right, throws left. Oh, he throws it in the middle. Intended for Williams, but batted down by Ebby Herbert. And it'll be 4th and goal. The Tartars prevent a touchdown on those 3 downs.
Well, if there's a light at the end of the tunnel, this is it, that they didn't give up a touchdown. Watch this. They're looking here. He thinks he see now, how can you got to have a major league arm to throw the ball in between 4 people right there.
So they'll settle for a 22-yard field goal attempt by Russ Thomason. It is up. It is good. And the score is Wayne State Tartars 14, St. Joseph 6. And we'll be back with more Wayne State football after this message.
Want to Jam City, and I'm the mayor.
Yo, fellas, how about a game of hoops? Hey, what? With you? No, with your mama. Mom?
This guy was good, but he was all dribble.
Say what? Come on, man.
Man, he deserved one of these.
Franchise, want a cold bud? Solid.
The incredible eyeglass factory. Buy one, get one free. Choose one pair of top quality glasses for $59.95 and get a second pair free. And for a limited time, bifocals are no additional charge. That's right, 2 pairs, $59.95 single vision, or bifocals, no additional charge. At the eyeglass factory, buy one pair of top quality contacts for $59.95, get a second pair of contacts and a pair of eyeglasses free. Buy one, get one free, $59.95. Only at the eyeglass factory. Go ahead, compare.
To understand Asia, you have to understand its customs, its mystery, its people. You have to know what makes a good impression and what offends. For over 40 years, we've been learning about Asia. So in addition to our convenient schedules, we can give you something no other U.S. airline can. The knowledge that comes after 40 years of helping people do business in Asia.
10 minutes and 44 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. The Wayne State Tartars lead 14-6. St. Joe's just kicked the field goal and kicked off. And on the kickoff, the official's flag was thrown.
Yes, the ball was kicked out of bounds, so they'll retain the ball on the 35-yard line. They have their choice. They're brothers, and I imagine they're going to take it on the 35 instead of having that ball re-kicked.
Bad news for the Tartars is that St. Joe's was able to score, as you see, 10 plays and 25 yards on the fumble recovery. The good news is that they had it 1st and goal, and Wayne State kept them out of the end zone.
You know, once again, I don't know, maybe Coach Regan's not listening to me. They should have went to that fade or went to a quick hit post or something to Williams that time instead of trying to run that football, Clifford.
What do you think about it, ladies and gentlemen? Skip Mackles for coach of St. Joseph's? He can get some votes, I'm sure. Whitfield gets the ball on a reverse, and he's chased out of bounds by Ed Stewart.
There's some hits going on over there. And there is a flag down, folks. And offensive holding.
Quite a few of those this game. We had 14 flags in the first half.
Well, it was 60-something yards in the first half against Wayne State. Now they started off. They've had 2 penalties already. Here's another 15 going on here. Another 10, I should say. This is not, you have to be disciplined. Disciplined teams win football games, and this is not what they're trying to do right now.
So that'll make it 1st and 20 for the Tartars. Ball is at the Wayne State 25, and on their 2nd possession of the 2nd half, still not looking very sharp. Ray Ponder wide left. The quick handoff to Joe Goff. He picked up maybe 1 yard.
Well, right now, this is St. Joe's team's turned into a dangerous team. They were going to sit and be aggressive defensively, as I mentioned early in the first half. But now they're going to start sending people. They're going to take shots. They're going to try to strip the football. Right now, this defense, even though they've been on the field the majority of the game, could now senses maybe a W. Makes sense. Maybe we can run away here with a victory. So they're playing very aggressive football right now.
Well, as Skip mentioned before the game, that this defense for the Pumas is really not that bad. Their troubles seem to lay on the offensive side of the ball. Quick handoff goes to Joe Goff, and he gets through several tacklers, except for Mr. Jim McDonald, who was right there to grab him.
All right, now you might be sitting in the living room saying, well, why, when it's 2nd and 88 million yards, that you're running a draw or a quick hit? Well, folks, there's almost 11 ball players up on the line of scrimmage. If you get by this first line, this might be 70-something-yard touchdown right here. So this is why this is going on right now. As you can take a look at your screen, start counting these purple figures up here on the line of scrimmage. They're within 5 yards. Take a look right here. You got only 3. You got 8 ball players in 5 yards of this line of scrimmage.
Mark Friday rolls out right, looks down low. A flag is thrown, and he does complete the pass to Ray Ponder.
This looks like in the holding area again, Clifford.
But again, that flag was thrown. Mike Meyer did make the tackle, but holding is the call against the Tartars, and so the bad wipes out the good.
Well, the situation is that they could have taken the ball on down practically, Cliff, because it wasn't a first down. They decide to move it back 10 yards. So you wonder if Coach Reagan will send somebody on a blitz or try to create something, as I just mentioned right now, with them having the ball on the 15-yard line.
We'll look for that. Skip, would you say that the defense for St. Joseph's is perhaps outplaying the Wayne State offense, particularly the line right now?
Well, I think Wayne State's right now is disintegrating right now, and it seems it's funny how these officials, once they call a holding call, they come back to it more often than not. And here comes the blitz from the outside, and here's the draw.
Quick hit of Joe Goff. He has a room on the left side. He's going. He has first down yards. He throws one down. He has one man to beat. There's a block. He's going to go all the way. A touchdown run from Joe Goff. An 85-yard touchdown run by Joe Goff of Wayne State. And the Tartars get in the end zone on an 85-yard run by Joe Goff.
And this is just exactly what I was mentioning, folks. Here it is. They got 8, 9 ball players. We got people hurt all over the field right now. We got, looks like some ankles going on here. So that should put Mr. Goff as the all-time single-season rushing leader in the history of Wayne State.
Well, you heard Skip Mackles call it. He said that when you have a lot of people on that line, you use a quick hitter, you get some big gains, and sure enough, Joe Goff gets the ball. He scampers, we're hearing 86 yards now for a touchdown.
So what do we have Joe at right now?
And so we are checking now to find out his totals for the day. 183 yards on the day for Joe Goff, and boy, he is not only going into 1,000 yards, but he's doing it in a big way, Skip.
Yes, he is. And everybody's excited here.
Even the gorillas are into it.
Well, I hope that's a costume.
Yeah, well, today, right. Are you sure? I think I know that guy.
What a big play, though. What a big play when you're thinking that. And once again now, as I mentioned, do you take the ball on a turnover of downs when it's going to be 4th and 3, 4th and 2? They decided against that, give Wayne State another opportunity, and what happens? 80-something yards for a touchdown.
So Wayne State, with that long run, has made the score 20-6. Nick Palumbo attempting to make it 21-6. As the snap comes from the kickoff, the flags go down once again.
Yes, there's motion on the offensive line that time right now, so they'll re-kick this 5 yards further from the goal line.
So we've almost seen as much yellow on the field as we have green today, all the flags being thrown.
Very sloppy. Very sloppy.
Flag is against Wayne State, so Palumbo backs up 5 yards for the extra point attempt. There's a snap. It's down. He kicks it up. It's long enough. The officials say it's good, and the score is Wayne State 21, St. Joseph 6.
I'll turn around. Look at Mr. Goff running right now. Gets a good block right there. That time that just puts him right in by Mr. Johnson. Joe can thank Mr. Johnson for putting him in the end zone.
People say, you're going to give me a guarantee of up to 80,000 miles on my tires and free rotations and more, all in writing? That's right. And that means you'll rest easy. Peace of mind.
Plain buddy, may I?
Roby!
I gotta call Mother.
Mother!
Now at the Metro 25 clearance sale, Firestone Supreme all-season tires start at just $24.88.
Mom, you hit me first. I never start fights.
Hurry, Metro 25's clearance sale ends soon. Call 1-800-METRO-25.
When Russ Beeler sold his millionth piece of original recipe, he had a Colonel Look-alike contest. How better to celebrate the world-famous original recipe chicken? It's what all the lookalikes ate, including the winner, whose resemblance was uncanny. And now get the Colonel's dozen for just $9.99. 12 pieces of chicken, large mashed potatoes with gravy, and a large coleslaw. A meal for your entire family. The Colonel's dozen, only $9.99 in Lake Edna or your neck of the woods.
Well, the score now, Wayne State 21, St. Joseph 6, and we have a situation, Skip McColl.
Yeah, let's take a look at this run right here. We got Mr. Johnson's going to make a couple of blocks in here, and we're going to see right here coming up. The wide receiver, number 5, Johnson, knocks one off, knocks two off, and here's Joe. Joe takes a look around, says, thank you very much. I'll just run the last 20 yards in here by myself. Coasted.
Well, as he goes into the Wayne State record book, being the second only 1,000-yard rusher.
He's going to sign the ball for Mr. Johnson.
Good. Now, we have a situation here where the scoring drive was 65 yards. The run was actually 85 yards because of the penalties. Kickoff for Wayne State taken by Williams. He goes through 3 tacklers. Finally, he is brought down by Todd Hanoush. Ladies and gentlemen, we just found out, too, that 85 or officially 86-yard run by Joe Goff is the longest run in Wayne State Stadium history. So congratulations to Mr. Goff.
What a season this young man has had. He comes over from playing linebacker, becomes the single season scoring rushing leader of all time in his first season as a running back.
85. I don't think I could run 85 yards by myself.
He did that faster than I can say it. What a season.
1st and 10 for St. Joe's. Fakes the handoff, and Jordy is brought down before he knows what hit him. Mr. Joe Golozewski. And he's doing a dance on the field. He's a happy man.
Well, I'll tell you what, the winds come out of the sails of St. John's right now. You talk about a change of momentum very quickly, where you have a team inside the 15-yard line thinking you're going to have to punt the ball away, and all of a sudden you're lining up for an extra point. You can't have a lot of mo left in there.
Loss of 8 yards on that sack, so it will be 2nd and 18. And when it rains, it pours.
Yes, it does.
Williams in motion, started right, he's going left.
And there must be movement that they come in and stop this play or delay a game, one or the other.
Official signals a timeout for St. Joseph's.
I forgot that last option in there. It could be a timeout call.
Well, I was looking for a yellow flag. I never saw one, but maybe they've thrown it so much they're just tired. We'll be back with more Wayne State football after this message.
Slamming. Jamming. Fancy passing. thrills. A kinder, gentler game.
Barkley swings on Lambier, caught him good. They're going at it.
Not.
Catch all the action. Call for Pistons season ticket packages.
Mint condition, good condition, binders, wax packs, sleeves. How can anybody sort this sports cards hobby out? With the ABCs of Sports Trading Cards, the first comprehensive videotape on card collecting. Now you too can know all the facts that have built collections worth thousands, tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Call 313-377-8680. It's a perfect gift and only $19.95. Call 313-377-8680. Have Discover, MasterCard, or Visa ready. Call 313-377-8680.
Since Buddy's originated the deep dish pizza in Detroit over 40 years ago,
Lovely. Don't you ever change.
there have been a lot of imitations. But year after year, Buddy's is consistently voted #1.
Excuse me.
Which just goes to show you.
Mercy.
There's still nothing like the original. Buddy's Pizza. Detroit's original deep dish pizza.
And I mean that sincerely.
The score is Wayne State 21, St. Joseph 6. Hello, everybody. We're here at Wayne State Stadium on a cold Halloween day. Charters in the lead. St. Joseph with the ball. 2nd and 18. And the Pumas trying to get something going. Jordy rolls out left. Doesn't see anyone. Decides to take it himself. Finally chased out of bounds by Tony Hawk. He's able to pick up 9 yards on the play. That'll make it 3rd down and 9. So again, Skip Mackles, a long pass play, or at least a long play for St. Joseph to try to pick up the 1st down.
Well, the way they've been doing things, Clifford, they might take 2 opportunities to go 9 yards. I don't know. But if anybody's involved in this, I would take a look for number 9. He seems to be involved when it's 3rd and long.
You wonder what would happen to Williams if he was on a team that had a little bit better offense. Oh, my goodness. Jordy didn't get a chance to hit Williams. He's brought down by Joe Golozewski. His 2nd sack on this drive.
But Joe, he's dancing around here. He's happy. Golozewski, he's happy as could be. It's going to be a quick kick right now. They're lining up St. Joe's. So they say that the quickest way to do this is set up in a quick punt formation, maybe surprise Wayne.
Abby Herbert goes deep for the Charters to receive the Jason Miskus punt. It bounces, rolls in St. Joseph's direction, then goes out of bounds. A punt of 35 yards. That's where Wayne State will take it over 1st and 10. Well, the score is Wayne State 21, St. Joseph 6. You know, we'd like to thank the people at Hilton Suites in Auburn Hills for supplying hotel rooms for our out-of-town Wayne State football crew members. If you need a room or a suite for your out-of-town guests or a weekend getaway, give Debbie Marshall a call, a real nice lady. She and her staff are at the Hilton Suites in Auburn Hills. The number is 334-2222. They're within walking distance of the Silver Dome. Real nice folks out there. Joe Goff, the ball carrier. He goes left, left, left. Runs more west than he does north. And finally knocked out of bounds by Jason Nutter.
You know, it's amazing that he does get around that corner. So he does have a little better speed than it looks from up here, Clifford.
Again, it amazes me, and I've mentioned it already, but here's a guy who played he was the 2nd leading tackler.
Yes, he was.
On the Wayne State Charter defense last year. Comes over and just has tremendous success. Gain of a yard on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Ball is at the Charter 39. Friday rolls left, looks, and oh my goodness.
Hello.
That pass hits Cunningham on the hands, and then Tom Offer hits Cunningham on the head. The ball hits the pavement, and so does Cunningham. Incomplete pass.
I'll tell you what, he takes a shot right here, throws the ball in there. Good job of getting up. Good job of protecting himself.
I said pavement. You can tell you're talking to a guy who used to play at street football, okay? Third down and 9 for the Charters. Ball is at the Charter 39. Wayne State 21, St. Joseph 6. 6:44 left in the third quarter.
How about a screen? Screen, draw, screen. Little cross, Buck.
Quick handoff to Cunningham, who doesn't get too far.
Well, right now, too, you really don't want to be taking chances throwing footballs up in the air right now, Clifford. You got a nice lead here. The momentum seems to be coming out of St. Joe right now. So we punt the ball away, play field position, and see what happens.
Ed Stewart makes the tackle. It'll be 4th down and 8 for the Charters. They're going to punt.
Burton last time had a great rush on him and eluded one tackle to get the punt away. Let's see if they're coming at him again. It looks like they are. They're 10 men on the line of scrimmage.
Outstanding punt last time for Eric Burton. He gets this one away unhindered. Goes right into the hands of Page. And he doesn't go far at all. He's reined under by the Charters.
Good coverage that time. Everybody went down their lanes and covered.
Burton with a 39-yard punt, a return of 5 yards for Page.
Page is limping off the field a little bit. If you get hit, it seems, and it doesn't seem, it does hurt. On colder days when you get a couple of shots on your body here, it does seem to ache a little bit more.
Kind of surprised he only got 5 yards because that was a line drive punt right to his numbers. And
great coverage.
Chargers get down on 1st and 10 for St. Joseph's. Ball is at the Pumas' 25-yard line. Scheidt and Williams wide right.
We got a slot over here with only one person covering it. Yeah, there it is right here. They came right through it.
Quick pass. Jordy completes the pass very quickly to Murphy.
Well, as I just mentioned, somebody wasn't covering Murphy in the slot that time. The safety was over. They better have a conversation in the huddle concerning these wideouts here.
Pickup of 8 yards on the play. 2nd down and 2. This time we have Murphy wide left, Williams to the right. Jordy back to pass. He looks to his left, decides to run it instead, and picks up enough yardage, it looks like, for the 1st down before he's tackled by Marty Moranek.
Good pressure that time by the front four of Wayne State. What's occurring is that Jordy had enough time to have the mind of presence to bring it down to get the 1st down. That was his first goal that he needed to complete. Got to move the change. He's got to keep the change moving, and he's got to get in the end zone quickly.
Remember, Jordy is a sophomore. We'll hear a lot more about this guy in the next couple of years. Back to pass again, looks left, and it is intercepted by Tony Hawk.
Yeah.
Jordy tries to force the pass into Scheidt. Tony Hawk right there, steps in and makes the interception.
And Tony's dancing a little bit now.
Go away!
Well, once again, the Wayne State defense on the money, on the spot, and St. Joseph's offense really having trouble this game.
Take a look at the replay. Here's a fake draw right here, and then he goes up top, and the sophomore mistake right there. He's thrown into coverage. He's looking at the receiver. Tony Hawk sees he's looking at the receiver, comes up and steps up in front. Right now, I keep on saying this, can I get a play action to Ponder on a big play, go for that home run? Just give it to me one time.
We'll see. Friday back. Ponder was wide left. Ooh. He tried to force one in there to Randono Johnson. Almost intercepted by Ed Stewart. Incomplete.
Randono's going back to the huddle and saying, Mark, I'm 3 feet away from you. Stop throwing BBs at me here. Mark wanted to go outside that time, to Ponder that time, but what happened was the linebacker walked off and got into double coverage with Ponder. It was going to be a hitch pattern, and that couldn't occur, so Mark unloaded it to his second option at about 180 miles per hour.
There's 5 minutes and 14 seconds on the clock here in the third quarter with the score of the Wayne State Charters 21, the St. Joseph Pumas 6. And Wayne State has the ball 2nd and 10 at the St. Joe's 40. Mark Friday hands the ball off to Joe Goff. He's around the left side. He had an 85-yard touchdown the last time he touched the ball and looked like he was going to break one there, but he's brought down by Jeff Tedora.
And very close to a first down that time.
How about that scoreboard?
You know, we haven't mentioned this offensive line with Carey in it, and King, and Simpson, and Scavery, and Candela So that these guys have done a nice job. We got 6'5", 6'3" on the tackles. Good size, good job they've done today. And you got to really consider this record part of their record for opening up these holes for Joe.
And you wonder why Skip Mackles mentions those offensive linemen.
Well, you know something? I'm taking a look down to my right here in the press box, looking at Bill Hall, who I believe down when we had Eric Allen and down in Purdue, and when Eric ran for 300 and something yards down in Purdue, I thought I ran for 300 and something yards that game. The lineman always taking credit.
Joe Goff was a ball carrier. You see now he has had 23 rushes for 191 yards. He might be well on his way to a 200-yard day here.
Gosh, that's something, you know, that's some people's careers.
First down yardage for Mr. Goff. 1st and 10 for Wayne State. Goff, as you see now, the leading rusher for single season for Wayne State. He gets the ball going. He's like that rabbit with the battery. He keeps going and going and going. Mark Ryder's finally able to bring him down on that. Very close to first down yardage once again for Mr. Goff.
You know, and sometimes those backs come back to the huddle slower and slower at each carry, but Mr. Goff seems like he's picking up momentum.
2nd down and 1. We have Stanley Edwards on the sideline. Mr. Edwards, what do you see down there?
Hi, Skip, this is where you and I differ a little bit, Skip. Wayne State has been a little bit conservative. They are ripping, in this particular series, some yardage on the ground with Joe Goff. But the game is still young. I think they just need to put the ball in there, like in that last 3rd down play of the last series where they didn't get the first down. I think they ought to mix it up and keep the defense off balance. We have a big play going here right now. Back up to you guys.
Well, clearly the Tartars listen to Stanley Edwards. Mark Friday gets the ball to Whitfield, and he comes within a hair of scoring a touchdown out there in that right flat.
Well, you know something? Here comes Tom Beard, number 33, into the game. Here's this pass pattern now over to the right once again. Coming out of the backfield, does a good job. You just can't hand tackle him. You got to get in there and knock him down.
That was the same play that the Tartars scored their second touchdown on earlier in the day.
Exactly.
1st and goal, Wayne State. Ball is on the inches line, or within inches of the goal of St. Joseph.
We got a full house going back here now.
Who's going to get that ball, do you think?
I would say Joe.
Joe Goff gets it, but he does not get a touchdown. Nice stack by the St. Joe's defense. So it will be 2nd and goal for Wayne State with 2 minutes and 25 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Looks like Wayne State might be headed toward their 4th touchdown in this game.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see if they continue with the full house backfield right now. Tom Beard, the other linebacker, now is playing offense. So we have 2 former linebackers side by side.
Mark Friday fakes the handoff and throws a touchdown pass in the end zone to number 45, Jeff Henson, the tight end and captain of this team. A touchdown for the Tartars.
Nice play action. Mr. Friday gets his numbers up in the throwing area now as a throwing touchdown. Joe Goff is coming out. His shoulder's hurting him, folks. You can see this.
Everybody in the stadium expecting Joe Goff to get that ball and run it in. A fake handoff by Mark Friday. Henson wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Wayne State. Palumba to attempt the extra point. There's a snap. It is mishandled. Picked up by Eric Burton, and he's tackled. So the extra point attempt is no good. The score remains Wayne State 27 and St. Joseph 6, Skip.
Yes, it is, and I'll tell you what, nice drive that time going down and scoring. Big play to Whitfield again coming out of the backfield on a pass play, doing what they have to do, occupy the remaining really few minutes of this 3rd quarter, and to go up 27-6. They're starting to accomplish what they're trying to do now. Ball control, time control, and right now there's not very much this coach the St. Joe's can be telling these kids, but play hard, and maybe good things will come in this last 18 minutes, 17 minutes. And let's take a look at the replay right now. Good action. Everybody thinks Joe's getting the ball. All the defenders go to him. The tight end's wide open.
Boom, and there's that cannon of Mark Friday right into the breadbasket of Mr. Henson.
Yeah, what occurs is the linebackers step up, folks, to try to prevent the back from scoring, and then let the linebacker slip by him.
Kickoff comes from Nick Columbus, taken by Williams at about the 10-yard line. Goes to the middle, finds a seam. He's got some running room. He's past the 50. Oh, finally, he's brought down by the kicker himself, Columbus, at about the 40-yard line. But he runs for 50 yards before being tackled, Skip.
This is a great play by the kicker, folks. He has him eyed up. First of all, he breaks through at about the 25-yard line. It's clear sailing. We're going to take a look at this right now. It's him and the kicker, folks, right now. It's about the 25. It's all them, too. And they're eyeing each other up, and the kicker just stares him down and makes a tackle. It's the second tackle of the year.
That kicker, the last line of defense, and he does his job.
Excellent tackle. One-on-one.
First and 10 for St. Joe's. They're in Wayne State territory at the 40.
That's the second time Mr. Williams thought he had a touchdown today.
Handoff is to Demps, and he goes nowhere. May have lost a yard.
Well, it's a, you know, I find it amazing a team that is known to throw the football. It's down 27-6 with a minute and 40 seconds to go in the third quarter, and you're running the football. Doesn't make much sense when you can't run the football on the 5, you can't run the football on the 20. You're certainly not going to be able to run it at the 50.
So there was a loss of a yard on the play. It'll be second down and 11. Williams wide left. Murphy right. Williams comes into motion right. Takes the handoff. Does Jordy. Lets it fly left to Williams, who's deep. And he's overthrown.
That's a good pass, though. Good throw. Good throw deep to Williams once again. As you can see, there's zone coverage right back there. The pass has got to be done near perfect for it to get in there. And just overthrew it a little bit.
Tony Hawk, who has one interception here today, was on the coverage for Wayne State.
See, this is how a game could get a little ugly here right now, because he's third and 10 on the 40, and we did see this twice now. He's gone for fourth down play, so even if he doesn't make this on a third down, we're sure he's going to go on the fourth down. And to give up another touchdown to Wayne State doesn't indicate what went on here. And here's a blitz coming.
Read the blitz well, and he completes the pass to Todd Mason. Rashawn Hardy with the tackle for the Tartars.
This kid's only going to get better with all these shots he's taking, and he has been taking some shots, folks. But it's going to be 4th and 1 right now. 4th and 1, and this is critical because it's a team, once again, that can't run the football.
Correction, too. That was Rob Crescenzio who was able to come out the backfield and catch that.
It's going to be a tight formation. We got the power to the left here, folks, so if it reads that way, they're going left.
4th and 1. They're going to go for it. He takes it himself. Gets that line surge. It looks like they may have the yardage for the first down.
That also might be the last play of the third quarter.
It is a first down. We have 12 seconds left in the third quarter. The clock starts back up once again. That's it. That's the end of the third quarter. And at the end of the third quarter, the score is the Wayne State Tartars 27, the St. Joe's Puma 6. We will be back with more Wayne State football action after this local message.
Now you can own one of the greatest gospel albums ever offered. With only giant hits and legendary stars like Aretha Franklin. Jesus. They're all here in a special TV collection called Rough Side of the Mountain. Watch carefully. You get Al Green's most exciting gospel hit.
Like he said he would. I feel like praising.
Shirley Caesar's Hold My Mule, her story song of thanks and praise.
I feel like praising him.
The Winans. The Clark sisters, you brought the sunshine.
I'm a witness, I get a witness. The cheese and money, no cheese. Won't it make a way?
The Thompson Community Choir. Inspiring hits and stars like Thomas Whitfield, Inez Andrews, Marion Williams, and James Cleveland. This album is not sold in stores. Order by calling this toll-free number now, and you'll also get another Rough Side Treasury with the New Jersey Mass Choir, the Angelics, gospel greats of the past,
Touch me, Lord Jesus.
Sam Cooke, Brother Joe May, Alex Bradford.
He went back up on the
Remember, call now and hear the sermon that's sweeping America. Watch them dogs.
Who in the hell left the gate open?
Sandra Crouch. Write this toll-free number down and call now. Get both Rough Side of the Mountain Treasuries, only $14.98. And on all record and tape sets, we include the man who knows about rough side climbing, Reverend Jesse Jackson's most inspiring sermon.
It's morning time.
Call now for Rough Side of the Mountain.
Zeno, a senior.
We're back at Wayne State Stadium on this cold Halloween day. The score, Wayne State 27, St. Joseph 6. Stanley Edwards is on the sideline. And Stanley Edwards, you're down there. What are you seeing from the sidelines? What are you going to tell us?
Hi, well, Skip, I don't know. We may have to have a little bet going on here. And I think that Wayne State is going to have to continue to do that. The game seems to be getting pretty much out of the way now in Wayne State's favor, but they can't sit on the ball. For one reason, the game is going in their favor. They need to work on some things for next year. They got some young quarterbacks. They got some other people they want to look at, so they need to keep the offense. They need to keep the ball in the air, running it, using their inside-outside attack, and start preparing for next year. They're not going to have postseason play, so I don't think they just need to ground out the clock to in the ballgame. They need to work on some things so they can improve from here. Back up to you guys.
Stanley, I was so excited he keeps calling me Skip. We had a flag on the play there. First play of the fourth quarter. Illegal procedure, the call against St. Joe's. So they're going from not so well to worse here. They'll be 1st and 15. Ball will be at the 35-yard line of Wayne State.
A little jump that they do that the Dallas Cowboys did some, and now we only got 1 or 2 players doing it. You know that? The little step gets out of the little jar there.
Williams started wide right. He goes into motion left. There's a snap. Jordy rolls left. He's looking down, and he hits.
Boy, things are going bad, huh?
Well, he throws the ball to Aaron Cobb, the tight end.
He was wide open.
Dove for it, but the official says it was an incomplete play.
And you know what happens on this play also, to add insult to injury, which almost occurs, is that you're going to take a look at it, folks. He drops the ball, and he lands on the ball on his stomach, I believe, which has to hurt. Let's take a look at this. Oh, no. Something hit him in the stomach, his own hands. So he got a little bit of a tummy ache there.
If nothing else, his pride is hurt.
Yeah. And his tummy.
Wanted to bad combination, I tell you. 2nd down and 15. Ball is at the 35 of Wayne State. Williams wide left, goes right. Snap, Jordy back, books, has a little bit of time, but he is very, very little time. He's tackled by Eric Ruth, who comes in from his left defensive tackle spot and just nails him in the backfield.
Well, last week, King also came up with a big play last week to cause a fumble, and Ruth. These guys have been doing it all year long. They're trying to go for a home run here, just not enough time. This pressure, these front four have been there all single day. If they've done anything negatively, sometimes they didn't keep them in contain, but other than that, they've come hard for every single play.
Right now it is 3rd down, where they are 2 for 10 on the day. Not very good numbers at all.
No, they need to get the 4th down. They're better in 4th down plays.
They really are. 3rd and 25
like
right
something
now.
Like 3rd and 4 or 3rd and 5 on 4th down opportunities.
Maybe you should intentionally down it now. Just put his knee down. Hey, let's get to the 4th down already.
Yeah,
Jordy back.
I don't want the 2nd and 3rd down. Well, now they get what they want, folks. They're now 4th and about 48. So they have another opportunity. The wise thing to do is kick the ball away.
Well, they heard you this time. Instead of going for it, they are going to have Jason Miskus punt the ball.
Well, you don't want the score to get away, as you know, as Stanley was mentioning. For next, you got 2 more games left, 3 more games left. You want to have your team, because you got to go to practice. They got to work hard, and it's very hard, Cliff, when you're 0-7-1 and it's cold, to practice, as you know. Look at this kick.
Not a particularly long kick, but it takes a good St. Joseph's bounce. Maybe Herbert doesn't even attempt to pick it up, and it is down within the 10-yard line. We'll be back with more Wayne State football action after this message.
This school hasn't changed a bit.
Jimmy Harris, welcome back.
Seen Coach Green lately?
I never thought that man would retire.
He used to say, Harris, tackling is like life. Hit it head on. Harris.
Coach Green.
Coach Harris.
Only one beer has the taste as genuine as the people who drink it. Budweiser.
So, you got any advice?
Harris, coaching is like life. Hit it head on.
Feeling pressure to make life more productive? Relax. HAP keeps more people well than any HMO in Michigan. Health Alliance Plan. Your health deserves the best. When it comes to health care costs, you can open wide or say ah. With HAP, you can enjoy no deductibles, co-pays, or out-of-pocket costs. Health Alliance Plan. Your health deserves the best.
Slamming. Jamming. Fancy passing. Thrills. A kinder, gentler game.
Swings on Lambier, caught him good. They're going at it.
Not.
Catch all the action. Call for Pistons season ticket packages.
The score is Wayne State 27, St. Joseph 6, and we have Stanley Edwards on the sideline. Stan?
Yeah, here I'm here with Rob Zeno's father. Rob Zeno's 43, in my opinion, probably swung the pendulum around in the game when he made that the touchdown-saving tackle after the fumble on number 9. We're here with Mr. Vern Zeno. Mr. Zeno, what do you think about your son's play today?
Yeah, I think it was a great tackle. He's not the fastest shot out there, but he did really good in that tackle.
Well, you're doubling here today as a cheering on parent and a photographer. Have you got any great shots today?
Yeah, I'm shooting off a roll at 12 here, high-speed film, so he likes the close-up shots with the action.
Okay. There we go for Mr. Zeno. Thank you. Back upstairs to you guys.
Maybe Mr. Zeno got some nice shots of that touchdown-saving tackle.
Yes, he has. I tell you what, Rob's played a heck of a football game today. I like that jogging, that photography, throw shots at high speed. And, it never took anything of me high speed, though.
Did you ever go at high speed, Skip? A pickup of only 1 yard on the first play for Wayne State. It'll be 2nd and 9. Ball is at about the 8-yard line.
And you certainly want to move the sticks at least 1 or 2 times to get this ball out of this downtown area here.
Dunstan Cunningham gets the ball, and he goes pretty much nowhere.
Dunstan Cunningham, that's a nice name.
Jim Hilbert, the linebacker for the Pumas, is right there to stop him.
What do you do now, Clifford? You're third and long. Do you put the ball up in the air, or do you do something safe here with the score being what it is?
Well, you wonder.
I want you to play coach here a little bit.
You've got Joe Goff, who has gained big gains on at least a couple of plays. If you see something in the defense that makes you think that might be available, go to it. Also, Friday's arm has looked pretty good. And I'm with you. I'd like to see Ray Ponder get the ball. I like calling his name.
Air it out.
Everybody likes a pass play.
Ray's got single coverage, too.
Take the handoff, and boy.
Ooh. I'll tell you what, they're lucky a penalty was called right then.
That was a blessing.
Mr. Friday might have got hurt there.
Friday turned around to look down at Aubrey McCoy right there in his face. And
Aubrey said hello.
You can have a clock if you
just
want.
as the official was blowing his whistle, delay of game is the call against Wayne State.
You know what I would do now? As funny as it may seem, I would quick kick this now.
From the end zone. From
the end zone. Get it out. Have Friday get back on a shotgun type of situation and punt the ball away.
Well, it is 3rd and 14 now. Ball is at about the 3-yard line. Wayne State real deep in their own territory. We have Ray Ponder wide left. Friday with the count, and we have movement I won't mention his name.
No, don't mention.
I will not mention his name.
Don't mention his name.
That
Leave those offensive linemen alone.
Left guard or tackle did take off.
Yeah, he did take off. And what occurred is that there was a blitz coming right now. He got a little nervous with what was going on. It looked like there was going to be a play downfield on a pitch. Let's take a look right now. Yeah, there's movement here. He wants to get the inside shoulder, and he just moved a little early. So Wayne's a little confused right here down on the goal line.
Wayne State at 100 yards and penalties now. Handoff, Mr. Goff.
Who else?
Takes it out to the 10-yard line, but that's it. That's way short of the first down.
But that's enough to give some room to the punter.
Stacy Rosati will make that Jason Nutter quit tackle for St. Joe's. Does give him some room.
Mr. Burton has some room, but and this time there's 9 people upcoming.
Eric Page is deep for St. Joe's to receive the Eric Burton punt. There's a snap. Gets it off, and it's end over end. And bounces it out of bounds at about the 39-yard line. Not a great punt. We'll be back with more Wayne State football action after this message.
My brother, about to become a father.
So how big can a crib be? Season tickets went on sale today, Mike. Yeah, well, maybe next year. You got 5 years straight.
Yeah.
Is this about the kid? This kid's getting for free, you know. It's gonna be a little tight. Mike, this year's on me.
Only one beer has the taste as genuine as the people who drink it. Budweiser.
Now, the new little guy's going to every game, right? Bobby, it could be a girl. A girl?
Snookums, get me a big, fresh breakfast.
Big and fresh.
No, I want the new Big Boy weekday breakfast bar, only $2.99. Scrambled eggs, fresh fruit, biscuits, bacon, pancakes, all I can eat, $2.99. Try, Snookums.
I'm trying.
Peach Fuzz, I want the Big Boy weekday breakfast bar for $2.99. Try harder. I want Big Boy.
Why didn't you say so?
To understand Asia, you have to understand its customs, its mystery, its people. You have to know what makes a good impression and what offends. For over 40 years, we've been learning about Asia. So in addition to our convenient schedules, we can give you something no other U.S. airline can. The knowledge that comes after 40 years of helping people do business in Asia.
We're in the fourth quarter with 10 minutes and 14 seconds left. The Wayne State Chargers appear to be on their way to their 3rd victory in a row, a 27-6 lead over St. Joseph's. Pass from Jordy is complete to Williams. He gets first down yardage, but he pays for it.
Yes, he does. And let's take a look at that right now. You're going to see how Williams gets open, folks. He gets a pick. This is old basketball play. Cliff Russell knows this play well. You can't see it on top of your screen. The pick comes down, Williams comes loose, and he's all by himself. Very illegal, but done often.
And not called either. 1st and 10 for St. Joe's. They're within the 30-yard line of Wayne State. Murphy wide to the left, Williams wide right. Jordy back, quick drop, lets the ball go to Williams. He's complete. And the tackle is made by Paul Schroeder.
Well, Schroeder's playing off of Williams right now and giving him the respect that the leading receiver in the conference should get, but not 12 yards off.
One of the Wayne State players still down on the field. They're going to attend to him right now. Again, 9 minutes and 33 seconds left in this game. Wayne State up by 21 points, and I'd say it's pretty much out of reach for St. Joseph's. One good thing, Skip, for this Puma team is they do have a lot of young players who certainly will learn from this season.
Well, yeah, you don't like to, you don't like to be told that as you're a player and you're going through an experience like this, 0-6, 0-7, 0-8, or what have you. But You know something, I've been on some teams that have been as bad as this, and I don't know if I learned that much, except that I know I got beat up every Saturday and didn't look forward to it. I think that's, they say that, you know, you grow into certain things, but I don't know.
You know, we want to say thank you to the Tartar Gridiron Club, which really promotes Wayne State football, promotes academic excellence, promotes the Wayne State athletic program. And the Tartar Gridiron Club certainly deserves a lot of credit as we see Jordy make another incomplete pass attempt. Victor Kinney was on the coverage for the Tartars.
Well, that time right now, he's throwing the ball to Williams. And, you know, also going back to the Tartar Club, we should mention that the alumni, the Red Wings, had some exhibition games going on around the area and donated money to the Tartar Club. And Bob Glatzover, one of the persons who kept this program alive and did a lot of diligent work along with George Blaha and a number of other people who we thank, told us that earlier, and we got to tip our hats off to the Red Wings for their help also.
Certainly do thank them. Al Dimps is the ball carrier. He gets as far as Rob Zeno, and that's it. He's brought right down.
Well, it's the famous down fourth. I say they go for it.
4th and inches. You know, this may be the one they try to kick. You never know.
This might be the one they try to. Last time on the 4th and inches, they went for it was a quarterback sneak, which was successful. So it'll be interesting to see what goes on now.
A lot of players in the game now who weren't in the game earlier. Both coaches getting a few new faces in there, getting them some experience before this game ends.
Well, you're certain if you're St. Joe's, you still want to score here a touchdown to get the proper attitude going into next week. And this is going to be very close.
Jordy keeps the ball, and the officials are going to spot the ball. This is determined. Wayne State players saying,
I don't think so either.
He didn't make it.
Go, Wayne State!
It's up to the guys in the striped shirts. You know, I want to mention, too, Skip, that this is not the only football action on Wayne State Stadium's field today. The Detroit Public School League Football Championships will be held here beginning at 2:45 this afternoon. The Martin Luther King High School Crusaders will take on the Henry Ford High School Trojans. And
look at this.
The official says it's short, so the ball is turned over to the Tartars on downs. As you can see here, they piled up and tried to get some thrust, but the Wayne State defense held.
And this is where they absolutely missed the leadership and the qualities that Harry Vinegar, the senior tailback. He'll be with them next year, though, so if there's anything positive, he's going to come back and give them a full season next year. But what a devastating way to go into a season when you think you have your offensive game all together, a running game, a passing game, and the running game gets taken out of your playbook.
Well, without question, Jordy is a good quarterback, and I like Williams, the receiver. Well, we have a new quarterback here for Wayne State right now. Anthony Frederick keeps it himself. Just went past 8 minutes left in this 4th quarter, 7:55 to be exact. And Frederick is tackled by Mike Meyer after gaining maybe 2 yards. 2nd down and 8. Ball is at about the 21 of Wayne State.
Good size, 6 foot, 190 pounds. I remember those weights at one time.
Was you about 6 years old, Skip? Skip,
oh, this guy's not very kind.
Frederick, he rolls right. Yeah. He's showing some nimble feet there. Finally throws the ball and looks like he completed the pass to Matt Conley.
Kept the clock going, kept everything going, shows some good feet. It's going to be 3rd and about 3, 3rd and about 4. Let's take a look at him right now. Surprising that he's throwing the football and not keeping it on the ground right now. But he makes a mistake for the linemen. The linemen are doing their job, pushing the defender outside. He's running right into it. But that's a freshman. Lineman said, stay behind us. We're the big fellas up front. That's why we got the large numbers.
Finally gets it off. Makes it 3rd down and 3. Ball is at the 26th of the Tartars. Ponder wide left. Whitfield goes in motion right. Frederick hands the ball off.
Good
to
job.
Matt Conley, who picks up what looks like first down yardage. We have Stanley Edwards on the sideline. Stan, what are you seeing? Boy, now I think I envy Stan Edwards on the sideline right now, Stan.
Hello, I want you guys to know my mother didn't raise any fools here. What would a football game do without the cheerleaders? Here I am with the Tartar cheerleaders and in school spirit, and it also helps leading 27-6. What we say, girls, on 1, 2, 3. There you go. Back upstairs to you guys.
Good. I think that he and I should have traded for that stand up there, Skip.
Very enthusiastic group of girls down there, and rightfully so. They're on a 3-game winning streak, Clifford. Now, this is something that they haven't seen, and we've talked about this all day long. This is going to bring a new sense of pride down here to Detroit. Earlier, there was some recruits that came here. There was 25, 30 recruits on the field while they were warming up for a game. This is all positive stuff. This is all positive stuff, and it's going to help. And God knows if they get to 500 with a victory next week, where the program, what direction it's going. It's going up.
And without question, athletics, football, basketball, volleyball, what have you, is important not just for the athletes and the athletic staff or even PE majors. It really can infuse life into the entire campus community as long as you take part in it and get caught up in the spirit. As we see Mr. Frederick try to dance his way for a few yards before being brought down by Ryan Perino.
Well, there was never any question concerning the academics at Wayne State. It's always been considered one of the primary schools in the state of Michigan, in fact. Now the athletics are coming on under Mr. Brennan, that they're following right behind the scholastics now, so that this school is definitely a viable choice for any young man or woman in the Detroit area.
Well, if you're a sports fan, you might want to come to either the Math Eye building or Wayne State Stadium. Some pretty good sports for spectators going on here as well. Frederick gets the handoff once again to Matt Conley, and he carries once again for a first down.
Every time I'm in town, I come here. Well, here we go right now. This is nothing fancy. The last time they needed a first down, they did the same exact play right here, right off the tackle. It's worked well. Why not go back to it?
Frederick, the quarterback, and Conley, the running back, seeing action here in the fourth quarter, trying to get some experience under their belt, taking advantage of it. We have 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in this contest. Wayne State leading again 27-6 over St. Joseph. This time the handoff to Whitfield going left. Tried to sweep left, but he was hit very hard by Ryan Perino.
You know, it's very hard now, Clifford. Here's really a game that's being played out right now, and you got some young men here that are looking for some experience, as you just mentioned, and they're getting in and out of the huddle. They're real eager to get to the line of scrimmage. I'll tell you after this play a great story one time when it was the same exact situation, and I was on the other side of the ball against Southern Cal.
Oh, we got to hear this one. This is one we got to hear. They lost about a yard on that play. Second down and 11, Wayne State. Frederick rolls right, looks down, he lets it fly. That pass intended for Jeff Zawizlak. Out of bounds and incomplete. Ruben Seals on the coverage for St. Joe.
You know, it was 1972, and we went out to the coast to play Southern Cal, and the score in the first and the last quarter, was 51-6. The horse is getting tired of running around the field, and we go and we make 3 or 4 first downs, and one of the sophomores who comes into the game like with 2 or 3 minutes left to go, very excited, we get 2 first downs, and he calls a timeout. I said to him, what are you doing? I've been getting beat up for 3.5 hours, and this guy thinks we're going to win the football game 51-6. I said, let the clock run, okay? No more timeouts. But that shows you the enthusiasm some of the young kids have.
Oh, my goodness. Well, one of the young kids on the Tartar team, Frederick, takes the snap. Whoa. And he lets the pass go. It is complete to Ray Ponder, tackled by Tom Offer.
And really, Ray usually knows where he is on the football field. I think he walked back. And I don't know if they're going to give him a first down on this. He had the first down and came back. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. It is 4th down.
He's short about a yard.
Now, if you're Brian, you should kick the ball. See, now I don't, you know, there are other games to be played in other years. You punt the ball away with 27. You show a little respect, I think.
Had 2 minutes and 53 seconds left, and the Chargers are going to go for it. Coach Van Gorder going to let these young guys get some experience in, get a few plays under their belt. They're going for the first down. Ponder wide left. Frederick back, quick handoff.
And
he snowed under. He did not get the first down on that play, it does not appear.
You know, it's very hard, Clifford, at that moment where you have the young, enthusiastic young people up front and they're saying to coach, go, go, go when it's 4th and inches. But as I mentioned, you got a lot of years in front of you. Brian's going to be around here a long time. That this stuff comes back to haunt you sometimes.
That's it, yeah. Yeah, who was the coach, the one at Houston, I guess, who really...
Bill Yeoman. Bill Yeoman years ago, and then, yeah, who is the coach? He used to run up to run and shoot.
Yeah, he's running the score up on people, and he's made a lot of enemies down in the Southwest Conference.
You're absolutely right.
So the Pumas take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line. 2 minutes, 37 seconds left in this game. They're down 27-6. Wayne State on top. We have a new quarterback in for St. Joe, Eric Weber, who flicks a pass out to Williams, incomplete.
That's the same play they've been running all day long, folks. If we get a wide shot of it, that it's the pick play. They come out and Williams is in the slot and he's going to come underneath and he's going to get the pick and is predetermined, as you can see, because Williams didn't turn around. The ball was sailing over his head because the quarterback's throwing to him. He's not reading the defense. He's predetermined where the defense is going to be, and he's playing the game not the way it's supposed to be played.
Now, let's clarify. Did you say that play is illegal?
Sure it is. Absolutely.
But it goes on anyway. Weber back to pass once again. Looks, lets it fly. That was intended for the big side end.
They wanted him to catch the ball so they could hit him.
He was more interested in knocking the target player now than catching the ball.
Well, that's McWilliams that time, and we haven't heard much from him, being the second leading receiver on the team today. That's a little unusual.
Surprising. Darryl McWilliams, the number 2 receiver on this team, and haven't called him much at all. 3rd down for St. Joe. They have 2 of 12 in 3rd down conversions this game, and you can't win many football games like that, Skip.
No, not at all.
Weber back again. Lets it...
Good tip, Drill. Good tip.
Shut up! That's incomplete. Pass intended for Damon Scheidt. Tipped by a Tartar player.
Yeah, we got to take a look. I couldn't see it there.
And McWilliams came over, tried to claim he caught it.
Let's see who tips it. Can't get that. 48?
That was number 48, who was Victor Kinney, one of the players who's coming to play linebacker for the Charters.
Couldn't see. Victor made a nice play to get back in his drop zone.
4th and 10. They are punting. Punt is off from Jason Miskus. Wayne State didn't even send a person back.
Well, they didn't think it was going to be a punt. They thought it was going to be a fake of some sort. The man all day long has gone for 4th down. Now with 2 minutes.
Down at the 7. The score, Wayne State 27, St. Joe's 6. And we'll be back with more Wayne State football action after this message.
People say, you're going to give me a guarantee of up to 80,000 miles on my tires and free rotations and more, all in writing? That's right. And that means you'll rest easy. Peace of mind.
Wayne, buddy, may I?
Roby!
I gotta call Mother.
Mother?
Now at the Metro 25 clearance sale, Firestone Supreme all-season tires start at just $24.88.
Mom, you hit me first. I never start fights.
Hurry, Metro 25's clearance sale ends soon. Call 1-800-METRO-25.
The incredible eyeglass factory. Buy one, get one free. Choose one pair of top-quality glasses for $59.95 and get a second pair free. And for a limited time, bifocals are no additional charge. That's right, 2 pairs, $59.95 single vision, or bifocals, no additional charge. At the Eyeglass Factory, buy one pair of top-quality contacts for $59.95, get a second pair of contacts and a pair of eyeglasses free. Buy one, get one free, $59.95. Only at the Eyeglass Factory. Go ahead, compare.
Since Buddy's originated the deep dish pizza in Detroit over 40 years ago,
I'm gonna make one offer. You can't refuse.
there have been a lot of imitations.
I think I'll dance. What the heck?
But only Buddy's has that unique crunchy crust and almost a pound of cheese on every pizza.
Thank you very much.
Which just goes to show you, there's still nothing like the original. Buddy's Pizza, Detroit's original deep dish pizza.
Suppose it would be.
It has been treats and not tricks for the Tartars on this Halloween day. The score 27-6, Tartars over the Pumas. 2 minutes and 9 seconds left. This is Cliff Russell along with Skip Mackles and Stanley Edwards. And the Tartars have the ball 1st and 10 at about their own 7. Handoff goes to Mr. Conley, and he doesn't get far at all.
So not much going on right now. This is last 2 minutes of the football game. Actually, St. Joe's trying to create a turnover right now for one more opportunity, put some more points on the board. Something positive going into, as we mentioned, next week's practice and the rest of the season. Looking for that first W, which has been very elusive.
Unless something unprecedented in the history of college football happens, St. Joe's will be 0-7-1 after this game, and certainly a lot to think and talk about to conclude this season.
Yes, sirree.
Mark Ryder's led the tackling there for St. Joseph.
And the good part about a game like this, too, when it does get out of hand and one team is on the field, that we haven't had any, thank God, knock on wood, we haven't had any serious injuries, because it seems like when you get tired, and this is the fact, that injuries occur. So it's good that no injuries occurred really to St. Joe's, because that defense has been on the field a lot long.
Great point.
Offense.
Number 83, Chris Wright in the game for the Tartars. He's wide left now. Flag is down.
All right. Easy. People are taking little shots here, left and right here.
There was movement up there before Anthony Frederick took the snap. The official says that the guilty party is wearing green and gold.
Well, see, that's not the lineman's fault once again, Cliff. Once again, a different quarterback. He used that different cadence, and the offensive lineman isn't used to it. So I'd say it's the quarterback's fault.
Of course, Skip Mackles rarely sees fault with those offensive linemen. You know what he played at Michigan State. And by the way, I did my homework. He was a pretty good Spartan lineman up there, so he knows what he's talking about. That'll make it 3rd down and about 13 for the Tartars. Within their 5-yard line, Frederick rolls out right, looks, he lets it fly left. Oh, the pass was intended for Jeff Zawislak, incomplete. Ruben Seals right there on the coverage, almost intercepted for St. Joe.
Well, this is a case of this has to be this young man calling his own play and wants to try to create something, because if you run the football, the time the football gets placed again, another play is not run. So really, in a situation like this, the coach should say, son, we don't want anybody hurt. We got out of this so far so well. Let's get it done with. Let's go in with the W, and let's be done with this.
Eric Burton at the back of the end zone to punt this one away. Eric Page deep for St. Joe's to take the punt. Burton gets it off a spiral and a lot of hang time. Fair catch called for by Page.
It's roughing the kicker right here. And here's a perfect example of Burton maybe susceptible to an injury right now because of you got 28 million St. Joe ball players trying to make themselves a name. And what occurs is that they'll play one more play and it'll be the end of the game.
Flag was thrown, roughing the kicker, and so the Tartars keep the ball with 13, is that a 3? That's an 18 seconds left in this game. 27-6, Tartars over St. Joe's. Wayne State will now have won their 3rd game in a row, something that has not happened in a long time for the Tartars.
Maybe we'll ask Rich Thompson, the SID here, when's the last time maybe that Wayne State has had 3 victories in a row? It has to be a number of years. I know it hasn't been for the last 4. 1984.
Since 1984, it's what, 8 years ago. Of course, the big story here today, as we see Dunstan Cunningham run the ball, has been Mr. Joe Goff.
Unbelievable season he's had.
Sets a single-season rushing record and runs 1 touchdown, 86 yards.
At the critical time where they think St. Joe's going to get the football back.
Well, that's it. The final score is Wayne State 27, St. Joseph 6. And we'll be back to wrap up after these messages.
Say, that's a great-looking camera you have. Where'd you get it? No, don't tell me. One of those specialty camera shops.
Wait, I'll bet it's a big-name department store. I'll bet it set you back a bundle.
Actually, no.
Introducing the Nippon 35mm focus-free camera. This simple-to-use camera has an automatic film counter and double exposure protection. Its smooth focusing and high resolution make it fully automatic from load to rewind. The hot shoe is synchronized for electronic flash, a 50mm lens, and a tripod mount. With all these features, you'd think this camera would cost over $100. Well, think again. This no-fuss camera can be yours for only $19.95. And that's not all. It also comes with a convenient neck strap, a deluxe leatherette carrying case, a professional 50mm sunshade, and a 2-year unlimited warranty. And there's more. Call right now, and the first 10,000 customers who order the Nippon camera will also get 100 rolls of free Kodak film with purchase processing. The simple, lightweight, and affordable Nippon 35mm camera and 100 rolls of free Kodak film.
Say, where can I get one?
Just pick up the phone and call.
Credit card customers call now, 1-800-633-2600, or send check or money order for only $19.95, plus $4 postage and handling to Nippon Camera, 3146 East Jefferson Avenue, Detroit, Michigan, 48207. That's 1-800-633-2600, or send check or money order to Nippon Camera, 3146 East Jefferson Avenue, Detroit, Michigan, 48207.
Decades, the Jimmy Swaggart telecast has not wavered from its primary objective, to boldly proclaim salvation through Jesus Christ. The power of that message continues to change lives and give hope to millions around the world. This week, why don't you plan on tuning in to the uncompromised preaching of the Word of God?
Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. and Friday evenings at 10 p.m. on TV 62.
The final score here at Wayne State Stadium was the Tartars 27, the St. Joseph's Pumas 6. Stanley Edwards is on the field with the star of this game, Stan.
Okay, here we are with Coach Van Gorder and with Joe Goff. And particularly, Joe, great game today, 26 carries, over 200 yards. How do you feel?
I feel great. A little bit sore, but we'll be ready for next week. Feel great.
We had a great year overall, well over 1,000 yards. Making the transition from linebacker to fullback, when did you start feeling comfortable throughout the season?
I felt comfortable in spring ball. It was easy to adapt. I played it in high school, and I didn't have any problem adapting to it, really.
Okay, I know you hurt your shoulder in the first half. How does it feel now?
Feels a lot better. Feels a lot better. I'll be ready for next week.
Okay, great. Coach, great win. You have 3 in a row. That's a lot to build off on. That means a great deal when you have a young football team as you do here.
Yeah, it does, and we've been playing better football. And I guess the thing that I'm really proud of all year, we've had a good team. You know, they've stuck together and played well together, and they have a good time with each other, and a lot of respect and commitment right now. So we feel real good about that.
Okay, got a tough game coming up next week. A few bumps and bruises. What do you plan for next week?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to sit down, look at the film, and start evaluating. But I'm planning on a tough game. We're going to go over there and play hard and see what happens. We've got to eliminate some of the mistakes that we made today. Obviously turning the football over and such, but we're going to go play them hard, and
okay.
We'll see what happens.
Okay, great. Will you be ready next week, Joe?
Yeah, I just want to mention the offensive line, because they've done a great job, and their name doesn't get mentioned very often. We came back with 2 offensive linemen returning from the team last year, and they've just gelled so well and come together so well for us this year.
Okay, thank you to you both. Good luck next week. There you have it from Coach Van Gorder and Joe Goff. 2 of the stars of the game. Coach Van Gorder called a great game, and Joe Goff obviously ran a great game. So Tartars have a lot to look forward to. They have a great win today. Young guys are starting to feel confident about themselves, and I expect a lot of things. I think they're going to play Hillsdale team next week very tough. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Back upstairs to you guys.
Well, the score was 27-6, Wayne State over St. Joseph's. Skip Mackles, I tell you, Joe Goff really was the heart and soul of this team today, and gave them the extra edge they needed to win it.
Well, you know, you talk about a guy that's, this is storybook type of stuff, Clifford, that here's a guy who's playing linebacker, and then there's a coaching change, and in the spring, he has a lack of back, so he has the next best thing. Joe's was an excellent athlete last year, absolutely excellent from the linebacker position, and said, let's put Joe over here. Let's make him our fullback, and look what happened. He becomes the single season rushing yard in the school's history. 1,100 yards, I think he has now for the season in 9 games, and absolutely amazing. What a credit to the staff to know and to evaluate their talent properly, and yet for Joe to go on and do the things that he's done.
Joe Goff, of course, took a page out of the Skip Mackles book of compliments. He made sure he put a pat on the back of those offensive linemen.
Yeah, you know something you really don't do I don't know, though, because I had the opportunity to block for Eric Allen, and you got Eric a little seam, and then he took care of it, just like Joe. Joe seems to get to the outside. Joe seems to avoid tacklers. Joe does a lot on his own, but he gets that initial rush from the offensive line, and he's smart enough to pat the right person on the back, and my compliments to him.
On the other side of the ball, the Wayne State defense with several key stops, a couple of first and goal situations where they prevented St. Joe from scoring a touchdown.
Well, it's difficult to say, Cliff, whether it was the defense of Wayne State or the inability of St. Joe's to score. As we mentioned many times throughout the course of the game, St. Joe just doesn't have any running game, so they rely on the pass, and once they're in the red zone, the 20 and in, they have a hard time scoring because the size of the field gets cut down, so they have no rushing attack. So between the lack of effort of St. Joe and the effort of Wayne State, they prevented them from going across.
Well, we'll be back with more of the wrap-up of this Wayne State-St. Joe football game after this message.
Most guys kick back on the weekends. Jack, on the other hand, so how do you feel?
Ready to rock and roll.
Only one beer has the taste as genuine as the people who drink it. Budweiser.
Tomorrow,
we're sleeping in.
People say, you're going to give me a guarantee of up to 80,000 miles on my tires and free rotations and more, all in writing? That's right. And that means you'll rest easy. Peace of mind.
Plane buddy, may I?
Roby!
I gotta call Mother.
Mother?
Now at the Metro 25 clearance sale, Firestone Supreme all-season tires start at just $24.88.
Mom, you hit me first. I never start fights.
Hurry, Metro 25's clearance sale ends soon. Call 1-800-METRO-25.
The incredible eyeglass factory. Buy one, get one free. Choose one pair of top-quality glasses for $59.95 and get a second pair free. And for a limited time, bifocals are no additional charge. That's right, two pairs, $59.95 single vision, or bifocals, no additional charge. At the eyeglass factory, buy one pair of top-quality contacts for $59.95, get a second pair of contacts and a pair of eyeglasses free. Buy one, get one free, $59.95. Only at the eyeglass factory. Go ahead, compare.
To understand Asia, you have to understand its customs, its mystery, its people. You have to know what makes a good impression and what offends. For over 40 years, we've been learning about Asia. So in addition to our convenient schedules, we can give you something no other U.S. airline can. The knowledge that comes after 40 years of helping people do business in Asia.
Wayne State football brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers with that clean, crisp, cold taste. Nothing beats a Bud. Health Alliance Plan. Your health deserves the best. Buddy's Pizza, a great family tradition for over 50 years. Now with 9 convenient locations. Metro 25 Tire Centers. For the dealer nearest you, dial 1-800-METRO-25. The Eyeglass Factory, the best price in sight. And by Northwest Airlines. Some people know how to fly.
Well, the final score here at Wayne State Stadium was the Chargers 27, the St. Joe's Pumas 6. This is the first time since 1984 that Wayne State's football team has won 3 games in a row, and they did it today, Skip Mackholes, in big fashion with a very convincing win over a struggling Puma team.
Yeah, they did. You know, something on the second possession, they took the ball right down the field in the first quarter and a drive on 7 minutes and 38 seconds, folks, and really did and established the tempo of the game, how they wanted the game to be played. And there was some sloppy play in the second quarter, some turnovers, some fumbles, what have you. But then they came back and took control of the game in the third quarter again. And from the fourth quarter on, it was mostly we have the victory. Let's just play safe football, do the proper things that we want to do, what Coach wants us to do, and let's get out of here with another W, which they did.
But we had several plays today that certainly will make the highlight film by the time the end of this year comes. Most notably, an 86-yard touchdown run by Mr. Joe Goff, who finished the day with nearly 200 yards.
Yes, and he can thank really St. Joe for this, because St. Joe declined. They took a penalty, a holding penalty, which would have left it 4th and 2.5, and they said, we'll give the ball back to Wayne State, and here's the result. And once again, Joe has to thank Mr. Johnson, his wide receiver, for making 2 blocks to spring him the last 40 yards to get him in for his 2nd touchdown of the game.
A couple of excellent blocks by Mr. Randono Johnson. Again, a Wayne State score where Friday goes back, fakes the handoff to Goff, and puts it right into the numbers of Henson.
Well, Henson that time right now is the last person anybody's worrying about, Clifford. He's so happy, it's ridiculous. Everybody's concerned themselves with Joe Goff down on the goal line, and here he is right now with the ball in his hands for a touchdown.
Now, if you're the
captain, I might add.
Right, he is one of the co-captains of the Wayne State Tartar team. If you are the head coach, Skip Mackles, of a Wayne State Tartar team, how do you take this game and build on the 2 or 3 more games left of this season?
Well, I think it's important, as I mentioned during the game, Clifford, that he won a game that he was supposed to win. And I think that's important, folks, from the standpoint that you get sometimes complacent. You have 2 big victories, one at Hillsdale, the other one at Northern, and coming here to a team that's 0-6, you find yourself reading the paper saying, well, I'm playing an 0-6 team, a team that has trouble scoring. This is going to be a breeze. Well, it wasn't a breeze, but they took control of the football game, and they won the football game. They won their 3rd consecutive game, a thing they haven't accomplished since 1984. Here's a rookie head coach bringing his philosophy to young people. Now they're starting to understand what he's talking about, and all of a sudden now they're going to believe more in what he's saying, and all of a sudden now they have a shot with a victory next week of being 500, something they haven't done in a long time here.
Well, Stanley Edwards also with us. He's on the sideline. Stan, your thoughts and perceptions of what this game was all about today?
Well, Coach Van Gordon and his coaching staff and the Wayne State Tartar football team have a great deal to be proud of. As you mentioned before, that they only have won 3 games in a row, has been in the last 10 or 20 years. And they have a lot to be proud of, and they're going to build off this particular victory. I think what they have to do is make sure that that they prepare well for next week, and don't let this victory linger on, as well as you don't let a loss linger on a great deal. So they have a tough game coming up next week. Celebrate tonight, get the films out, look at it, make up on the mistakes that you made earlier, and get ready for a tough game next week. I look for some good things from them, some good play out of next week, but they have a couple of more games left. For them to go 500 is a great accomplishment for this Tartar football team.
Well, I mentioned today is Halloween Day. We have treats and not tricks today for the Tartars. What you're looking at right now on the field is the Henry Ford High School team on the field. Immediately following the Wayne State game will be played the Detroit Public School League football championships, as Ford will take on the Martin Luther King High School Crusaders. So a lot more football action here at Wayne State Stadium today. I know Stanley Edwards played for a Kettering team here in the Detroit Public School League. So more exciting football here being played on the field. And a lot of the Tartar players played in the public school leagues as well, Skip.
Well, yes, you know something, and that's exactly what this is all about and what's been going on for the last 3 or 4 years here, folks, that they're trying to get the young people to stay in Detroit and make this a viable choice for them. Let's take a look at the final stats, Cliff.
We have some final stats. Of course, the big statistic there, 334 yards for the Tartars, and so they really had a dominating effect over St. Joseph today.
The one bad stat right there was, we're taking a look at it right there, Clifford, is there's 14 penalties for 104 yards for Wayne. Certainly now, Coach Van Gordon doesn't want to take a look at that. Somehow he has to try to turn that into a positive type of situation.
Tell you what, that 33 minutes of possession for Wayne State, too, something that I'm sure Coach Van Gordon is very happy about. That means the offense was able to sustain some drives. Well, thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. We've enjoyed it. Skip Mackle, Stanley Edwards, it's been a joy working with you this year. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. Again, the final score, the Wayne State Tartars 27, St. Thomas 6.
It is coming. The final phase of an accident of nature.
Nothing human can have this in its veins and live.
It is unexplainable, unbelievable, and uncontrollable. You can't see it in the darkness or hear it in the silence, but you can feel its presence and sense the danger. Mutant.
Don't go out there.
Its time has come.
Not me! Not me!
Mutant. Any one of us could be one of them. There is no place left to run. Nowhere left to hide. And there is no escape. Mutant.
Kick off your shoes, stay right there. Sit yourself down in an easy chair. Buck's gonna give us a taste of the outdoor life. We got ducks to hunt and fish to catch. He might even take us to a shooting match. Let's join Buck for a bit of the outdoor life. Now, if you've been wishing for a little fun, Buck's gonna show us how it's done. There's no better time in the world, you know, than Buck McNeely's outdoor show. We got high adventure with a natural flair. You can see it all from your favorite chair. Let's join Buck for a taste of the outdoor life.
The Outdoorsman is brought to you by Nikon Sport Optics. The best optics in the world are built by Nikon. The Hummer, the ultimate four-wheel drive vehicle. Discover the new American legend. Sabona of London, the active copper wristband. Thompson Center Arms, American-made muzzle loaders with a lifetime warranty.
Welcome to the Outdoorsman. Today we travel to the southwest African country of Namibia. We'll be on safari for Africa's fastest member of the antelope family, the red hartebeest. Plus, we'll visit with the premier author of African literature in our generation, Mr. Peter Hathaway Capstick. Stay with us. It all starts right after this.
A new American legend is born. From AM General comes the Hummer, the ultimate 4x4. Baptized by fire in the Persian Gulf, a civilian model of this military marvel is now available to you. For work, play, or any sporting scenario imagined, the Hummer is in a class by itself. For more information, call 1-800-3-HUMVEE. Hummer, the new American legend.
When you're hunting, no shot is this clear, or this clear, or even this clear. At dawn or dusk, real-life targets are hard to see, even with binoculars and scopes, unless they're made by Nikon. Nikon scopes are built for a tough hunt. They maximize the available light and make all your sightings sharp. So real-life targets seem as clear as if they were on paper. For more information, call 1-800-BE-HUNTIN'.
The greatest achievers in any sport or high-risk occupation are those that possess the confidence and desire to test their skills beyond the accepted boundaries. They live for the next challenge, setting goals and then attempting to reach them. The situations become critical as they go faster, further, and higher, continually pushing the limits. Extremists.
The facts on Proposal D. Consumers, Proposal D cuts premiums an average of 20%, depending on the coverage you choose. Good drivers, Proposal D permits good driver discounts. Benefits, Proposal D keeps Michigan medical benefits the best in the nation. Fairness, Proposal D prohibits one part of the state from subsidizing another. Guarantee, Proposal D includes profit controls on insurance companies. Proposal D, the facts make sense. Vote yes on D.
Our journey takes us to the southwest African country of Namibia. Located between South Africa and Angola, with Botswana bordering on the east, Namibia is a beautiful country featuring a wealth of natural resources. This semi-arid country has one of the most progressive wildlife conservation programs in all of Africa. During our safari here,
we had the chance to learn about these programs and visit several locations throughout Namibia. The plentiful game we observed is a tribute to the success of conservation programs based on game utilization. Sport hunting is a vital element in any successful game management operation. The money generated by licenses, trophy fees, and incidentals help fund these programs and pay the salaries of conservation officials. One of the areas we hunted was the Ochiva concession north of Windhoek, the capital of Namibia. I'm with Volker Grellman, the president of Anvo Safaris, and on this day, we're hunting for the fastest member of the antelope family, the red hartebeest.
That one on the right? Yeah. Okay. Just wait a little. So we don't wait for the other one to move through. A whole bunch of them out there. Okay, it's all bulls, but you take that one that's turning broadside now. Yeah, he looks good. He's looking to the left now. Okay, take him nicely. Okay.
Volker, did I miss that animal?
No, you couldn't miss it. You couldn't miss it on that distance.
Ah, incredible. I didn't hear the bullet hit, did you?
No.
And he didn't look hurt?
No, but he took off like burnt. Just watch it. If we get up to it, I think he's going to be somewhere back there.
Well, there's all the wildebeest and everything scrambling.
Yeah.
They're heading into the next county.
Let just the whole situation simmer down a little bit. Let these animals move out, and then we take the track and we look.
I couldn't have missed that shot.
I don't think so.
Yeah, but I feel bad. I feel bad because I didn't hear that bullet hit.
Yeah,
I may have missed it.
But you get certain distances where you don't hear the bullet hit. We might just have been at that magical distance. You watch it. After what you've done so far, you won't miss that animal. Come on, let's go.
Okay, right in here is where he was when I shot.
There's some blood.
I did hit him.
Yes, yeah. Lung blood, that's okay. There's some blood. There's some blood.
I never saw him go down.
There he is.
I'll be darned. There he is. Volker, that's a solid heart-lung shot there, and I never heard the bullet hit.
Probably just went between the ribs.
Yeah, it could be.
That's why you didn't hear anything. See, just...
Looks like a pretty nice animal.
Just so fell over. That is a very, very pretty hartebeest, I tell you.
Oh, what a unique-looking rat.
That's why he scores the points. Long tips like that.
What, do they usually get broken off or something?
Yes, they wear them down, you know. Sometimes they wear them down in a little round thing up to here.
Yeah. Now, this is the fastest antelope in Africa, isn't it?
They say it's the fastest one, and if you see them, especially if you see them running in front of a pack of chasing cheetah, you can see how fast the hartebeest is. I mean,
now,
they look like airborne.
Will they give a cheetah a good race?
Well, a cheetah won't tackle an old one, but if you see the little ones, they're just as fast as their parents are. You know, they look as if they don't touch the ground.
Now, where does the name hartebeest come from?
Well, here at the back, you've got a coloration